So, have you ever wanted to 3D print a rigged character? Well, now you can, and I'll show you how. So, I recommend if you're planning to animate this later, then I recommend making a copy of the save, one for 3D printing and one for uh, animation. That's just a quick tip. Now let's actually get to the progress. So, if first you wanna go to the click on one of the objects and go to the modifiers tab. And by the way, if you have the subdivision or anything, make sure simplify is turned off. And now you wanna just apply. Oh, I forgot. If you have any shape keys, just go to the object data properties and go over here and just apply all shape keys if you have any shape keys on your objects. Just do this for all objects that have shape keys. Now that the shape keys have been applied, just go to your modifier, go to the top one, and Control A to apply, and do this for all the modifiers. I'm gonna do this for the dress now, and the shirt, and the underwear. Now we're halfway there. I think I don't know. I don't know math. So now A to select all. Right click, parent, and clear and keep transformation. I can't read. Delete the rig. That's up to you, but I recommend it. Delete the weights or the bone shapes collection if you have any bone shapes. Now, select one of the objects. A to select all. Join. Control J to join the objects together. And now we go to the kind of tricky part. So you want to go to this little triangle again, and go to remesh. And be careful when doing this, because if you set it to this volume, it might crash Blender or your computer. It depends on how powerful your computer is. So I recommend maybe going like this, select what you want, and vocal remesh. It might take some time, but don't worry. If Blender's frozen, for me, I don't know if this works for others, but I recommend clicking a bit until it does this. I don't know if it's just my there we go. I don't know if it's just my computer, but I think it speeds up the progress or something. So now we have a perfect object, almost perfect object for 3D printing. You see there's nothing lapping, no clipping, nothing like that. And now, if I go over here and go to statics, you will see that this has way too many faces, way too many triangles, way too many all of that. So, quickly save your file, go to the modifiers, add modifier, and this, I think it's this one, I can't read. And now just set this to 0.1. It might take some time, depending on how many faces, triangles, and all that you have. So give it some time. It also depends on how fast your computer is, the speed. I personally have a very powerful computer and still might take a long time. So yeah. While we're waiting, let me ask you, how has been your day? Mine was good. I just woke up. Oh, okay, it finished. And now, as you can see, the mesh looks very similar to how it did before, but the triangles and faces have decreased a lot. So just apply that, apply the modifier. It might take some time. You just give it time, it will do, it will finish, I promise. I promise it's not gonna be just like this forever. I mean, it might be if you have a toaster for a computer. Okay, so let's get back to the questions. How has been your day? What are you having for dinner? Oh, it finished. Okay, so as you can see, the little origin is over here, which we don't want. So I'm just gonna Control A and all transforms. Now it's time to do something that might be tricky if you don't know what you're doing. So S to scale, and we want to make this like a good scale so that it. You can also do this in your slicing software, but I personally like to do it in Blender and then maybe modify the size in the slicing software. So I'm just gonna make this pretty small. Control A and all transforms. Maybe. Yeah, this is pretty good. Now let's go to the laggiest part. I mean, I think it's the laggiest. For me it is sometimes. So you probably want your model to stand. And if it doesn't have like flat bottom, then it's probably not gonna stand. So let's add a cylinder, scale it down a lot. Make sure it's not too thin so that it's not like impossible to take it off the bed of your printing machine. 3D printer, what the fuck am I saying? So I'm just gonna make it like this, and I'm gonna put this up a bit. Maybe I will actually duplicate it, fuck it. Coco org. I'm actually just fucking. There we go. Hold on. I'm gonna actually modify the little stand a bit. This is up to you. You can do this if you want. It's not necessary, but I personally like to modify my little standing base thing. There we go. I'm gonna move this up a bit. Put this slightly inside the model. And now, in the modifiers, you want to go to Boolean, I can't read, go to onion, that's what I call it, and select the little stand object. It might take some time, depending on your machine and all that. And now as you can see, it's doing this, which is actually what we want, so that there's no clipping or anything. I'm gonna actually move this a bit to make this more perfect. Oh, what the fuck? I don't know. That has never happened to me before. I don't know why it just changed colors, but whatever. I'll put the cylinder in here. Save and apply modifier. Perfect. So now it's ready to export. So go to File, Export, and .stl. And just save it where you want to save it. Make sure to put selection only. And name it the file whatever you want. It should save pretty quickly. But of course, stuff depends on your machine and stuff. So, now just go into your slicing software and check your stuff. You can modify it if you want, the model. And yeah, see ya soon. Bye.